Welcome to the BreachLock integrated platform. Unify your security testing with one seamless platform that consolidates all your product solutions and test findings. Leverage a common data model, validate attack paths, and map your entire attack surface all in one place. BreachLock breaks down silos and connects solutions to deliver a unified view of your security landscape for comprehensive asset visibility. By leveraging the power of integration, BreachLock consolidates PTaaS, or penetration testing as a service, attack surface management, continuous pen testing and automated scanning, as well as red teaming capabilities in one data model for endless clarity and reporting. BreachLock is very excited about this demo, which will showcase our comprehensive reporting feature. This reporting feature excels in providing robust flexibility for our users to customize reports based on their target audience, whether compliance ready for auditors, internal for security teams, or business-specific summaries for boards and executives. Reports are multifaceted and easy to generate within the BreachLock integrated platform. Upon logging into the platform, the user will automatically land on the dashboard overview. Along the left panel is a set of platform features. Under ASM and PTaaS, the user will see a reporting tab. Simply click on it. Immediately, a cumulative view of all reports that have been generated by approved users within the organization will appear. Reports are based on scope and security testing performed to date. Users can scroll through the reports listed by hitting the arrow button in the bottom right corner. The reporting overview includes the name of the report and a link to the report so that the users can either browse the report, preview the report, meaning the report is ready for preview before it has been actually generated, and a PDF of the report is available for download. The report will include the product for which the report was generated, the module or type. So in this case, for example, we have the name of the report as test 123456. It is a web application pen test, module pen testing as a service, who it was created by, and the date that it was created. Users can also use the search bar for convenience to search for a specific report by name. Now let's talk more about how to generate a report and the flexibility and customization available to all our users. In the top right corner is an orange button titled Generate a Report. Simply click on this and a pop-up menu will appear. Here are the many options for the user to choose from, and they can input the details of the report they would like to generate. For demo purposes, let's generate a report. First, we will give it a name. In this case, we will type in Demo Report December 2024. And under Remarks, we will say Customize Executive Summary for upcoming board meeting on 12/27/2024. Next, the user will select the reporting module. Users can choose from penetration testing as a service or manual pen testing, attack surface management, external EASM, or internal supported by PTaaS, automated pen testing for external web apps, automated pen testing for APIs, and finally, automated pen testing for external network. Note you can select only one reporting module at a time. We will select PTaaS, and below it will ask the user whether they would like a detailed report or an executive summary. Since this report is for a board meeting, we will select executive summary, as a detailed report would be for auditors and meeting compliance regulations, or an internal detailed report for the DevSecOps teams to review and discuss. So we will select Executive Summary and hit Next. On the next screen, the user will be offered a list of all pen tests that have been run to date and are completed. It will also provide the pen test name originally given when the pen test was run, the product or type of pen test run, and on what asset, the date the pen test was completed, and the number of assets the test was run on corresponding with the scope. For demo purposes, we will select Web Application Black Box and hit Next. On the screen, the user will select the assets to be included in the report. Since we selected a web app pen test, both subdomain and URL will appear. Under subdomains, there may be a rolling list of multiple subdomain or assets that were included, but in this case we see only one, and we will check this. Please note that the users will see the name of the subdomain, the asset type, whether it is active or inactive, obviously it's active, and whether the asset is auto-discovered or manually added. The last screen before previewing and generating the report is Review. Here the user can review the reporting criteria to make sure it includes everything the user would like in the report. Should the user wish to make a change, they can simply hit the Previous button. Let's say the user selected multiple assets for report generation and decides that they would like to delete one of the assets from the report. The user can simply select the trash can under the action column and delete the asset. In this case, we only have one asset selected, so we will not delete the asset, and we will hit Preview Report. The platform will aggregate all the selected criteria and data and immediately provide a report for preview. Note the users have not generated a report yet, but are still in preview mode. By scrolling down, the user will see the name of the report. We had selected PTaaS and Executive Report under the criteria, and it appears here on the title page. It will include the user's organization, who it was prepared for, and the date it was created. By further preview, the user will see the document information that includes the engagement scope, pen test name, and engagement time frame. A table of contents will appear, and because we have selected the generation of an executive report for a board meeting, there is less information in the table of contents than there would be in a detailed report. The user can simply click on the table of contents to scroll through the information, or scroll through each page one by one. Again, the user will see all the details of the executive report, including the assessment scope, which provides the type of pen test, asset, and methodology, what pen test was conducted, and when. Under Section B, it will include an executive summary and the goals of the assessment, BreachLock pen test expert certifications that were used for this project, such as CREST, SANS, etc., and a summary of vulnerabilities and the risk severities that were discovered when the pen testing was being performed and the results known. So they've identified 0 critical, 1 high, 3 medium, 3 low, 6 informational, and we'll go into more detail in a second. Please note that BreachLock supports both CVSS 3 and 4. The next page is a vulnerability summary. Again, this includes the total number of vulnerabilities that were discovered. In this case, there are 13, and a colored line grid of all the vulnerabilities by risk severity. Below is a legend defining risk from critical to high, medium, low, and informational. This is very helpful when providing a story to board members as to the business impact related to critical and high vulnerabilities, why they are crucial to mitigate, and how it would impact the business if prompt action is not taken. Scrolling through the remainder of the executive summary will be a list of vulnerabilities, the name of the asset impacted, CVSS score, description of the vulnerability, the recommendation for remediation, CVSS vector, and references. References refer to more information about the finding and how to correct it. BreachLock does provide descriptions and recommendations, but if the client really wants to read and know more about a specific vulnerability, they can use the reference link to study more. The user can simply scroll through the executive report to review all the vulnerabilities discovered during the pen testing, starting with critical all the way through informational. So let's scroll through this pretty quickly. All right. After scrolling through the vulnerabilities, Section D will include a summary of the testing methodology. In this case, the user had selected Web Application Black Box Pen Test. The testing methodology will be explained, including what a black box test is and what informational requirements were provided by the user when the pen test was actually performed. The executive summary will also define white box and gray box testing, which highlights the differences in methodology to ensure security teams understand the methodology they have chosen. The next part of the executive summary is the web application assessment. The black box methodology was based on the standard web app OWASP framework used, which is outlined below. Other standards BreachLock uses as part of our penetration testing process might include CREST, Open Source Security Testing Methodology, NIST, the CIS benchmark, SANS Top 25, CISA known vulnerabilities, OWASP Top 10 for LLM applications, and more. The scoping and information gathered include configuration and deployment, identity management testing, credentials that may have been included, the authentication that took place, authorization testing, session management testing, data validation, testing for error handling in weak cryptography, business logic testing, client-side testing, and in conclusion, the final findings according to the user's SLA. The next section is a summary of vulnerabilities classified based on the OWASP risk rating methodology, which looks at the likelihood and impact of a breach if no action is taken to remediate the vulnerabilities. Factors include threat agent factors such as skill level, motive, how motivated is the group, opportunity, what resources and opportunity are required for this group of threat agents to find the exploit, size, how large is the group of the threat agents. Vulnerability factors include the ease of discovery, an exploit, awareness, how well known is the vulnerability to the threat agents, and intrusion detection, how likely is an exploit to be detected. This is followed by technical impact factors like loss of confidentiality and integrity and loss of availability or accountability. This is followed by business impact factors. Financial damage, how much financial damage could result from an exploit? Reputation damage, how an exploit could harm the reputation of the business? And privacy violation, how much personally identifiable information could be disclosed? Again, this is valuable information for the security team in creating the story for board members rather than simply handing over a report and a list of vulnerabilities. This data will help non-technical executives to understand the business impact and risk to the organization. This concludes the executive summary report. The user may decide to generate this report by clicking on the orange button in the top right corner, or simply go back to the main reporting dashboard and leave this in a preview status. For demo purposes, we will generate this report. Once the report is generated, the user will automatically be taken to the main reporting dashboard, and as you saw, a green box appeared in the upper right corner stating that the report has been successfully generated. Now, had the user decided not to generate the report, it would still appear, as you can see for this one, highlighted in blue for preview report and awaiting generation. However, you can see here that our executive summary report appears under reports, where again the user can browse the report or download a PDF. Customizable and flexible reporting is a vital component of effective proactive security testing. By allowing users to tailor reports to specific assets, testing methodologies, and timeframes, organizations gain a focused view of their security posture. Detailed reports for auditors and compliance teams provide technical insights to meet regulatory requirements, while executive summary reports offer high-level overviews for boards and executives to guide strategic decisions and prioritize security investments. The value of customizable reports extends beyond compliance to strategic security planning. It enables stakeholders to distill complex findings into actionable formats tailored to the needs to ensure adherence to standards like ISO or PCI DSS, while executive summaries align security risks with business objectives. This versatility enhances transparency and equips organizations to address vulnerabilities quickly, strengthening their defenses against evolving threats. This concludes the demo for the reporting feature in the BreachLock integrated platform. Watch our other demos for other capabilities and features integrated into one seamless, cohesive platform. Thank you.